today's show will be London Lila Miller and Liam Lowell Hiram Miller. In the worm. Thank you. Hello, my YouTube friends. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I apologize. I was supposed to put out my video yesterday on Monday, and my Wi-Fi was messing up on me, so it's going to be a Tuesday instead of a Monday questions and answers. But nonetheless, it's going to be answering all your questions from last week on all my social media accounts. So unlike in the past, I'm going to do a little bit different. I'm going to have my kids involved, make it a little more entertaining to you. So we're going to do the format of my people asking me questions from my little auditorium. So that being said, there's a girl in the second row with some super cool glasses. Reminds me of that swiper sniper chick on YouTube. She's super cool too. And go ahead with your question, young lady.
Explain to me your favorite art project you have ever done.
All right, that's a super question, and it's a hard question for most people who've done freelance art as long as I have, but really it's not that hard for me. I'm very, very proud of a lot of my things I've sold, a lot of clubs I've painted, a lot of cars, a lot of motorcycles, anything you can imagine I've done. But the one thing that stands out is something I did in Columbus, Ohio for a benefit for a kid who had brain cancer. I did him a skateboard, custom painted with a Superman emblem with the B in the middle for him because his name was began with the B. I won't say his name, but the look on his face when he got it was more rewarding than anything anyone could ever given me. So that made me feel real good, and that by far is probably the most memorable thing I've ever done. I hope that answered your question, young lady. That being said, let's move on to, it's like a heavy metal dude, straight edge baby, kicking it in the first row. Go ahead and ask your question, young man.
Tell me all the mediums you worked with now!
All right, thank you for the question, angry little guy. It's a really good question, really. Mediums, what his question is, what all mediums have I worked with? And the truth is, I've worked with probably the majority of mediums out there because I knew that I always wanted to do art, and I knew that the only way I would be able to do it and do well at it was to learn almost everything. So I've done automotive, I've done, of course, tanks for motorcycles, done parade cars for PPG, I've done any kind of spray painting, airbrushing, Sata gun, anything you can really imagine. I've probably dove into. I even apprentices tattooing for a while, and I don't really have a favorite medium. If I know that's probably the next question someone will ask me. I just like them all for different reasons. Some of them I'm better at than others. Some of them I'm average. But like anything, you just got to work at it really hard. But the more you put in your portfolio and the more you learn, the more vital you'll be as a freelance artist, because you can step into roles that other people may go, oh man, I can't spray paint, or man, I don't want to work in acrylics, or forget about airbrushing, I just do pencil or something. That's not the kind of artist you want to be. You want to be one of these guys who goes, I can do it, and I'll figure it out, and I got some experience with it, and I'm going to take that job. Thanks for your question, angry young man. All right, moving right along to the girl with the cowboy hat and fake furry horse. Here we go.
Excuse me, sir. Please explain how to do light angles.
Thanks for the question, my country friend. That being said, lighting is very, very, very important. I might even do a video on lighting just to explain a little bit more, but there's a lot to it, and it really is what separates things from being good to being exceptional. You've got to understand where your light source is coming from, and it's got to hit something, and it's got to cast a shadow, and you really got to understand that to bring out realism. And sometimes to bring out the opposite as well. Sometimes I'll put angles on things that they shouldn't be, just to get people to pay more attention to it and just make it kind of an abstract piece. So I'll do a video on it, but just understand light always travels straight line, and there's always going to be a shadow in whatever you do, but I'll get into it more. Great question. Yeehaw, hopefully that answered your question, young country girl. Last thing we got going on, we're going to wrap it up with, is cat in the back row. Look like rapper kind of guy, sunglasses, even though we're inside. But anyway, hey, I ain't hating on y'all. My man, Mr. Rapper in the last row, please ask your question.
Yo, is it hard to make money when you're an artist?
Great question, my rapper friend. The truth about it is it's hard to make money, sure, but you have to be strong. You have to be committed. You have to learn different mediums. You have to be confident. It's not for the weak. I mean, people will try to push you out of it, and you got to stay strong in your beliefs and understand that you have a place in the community. And people will try to push you out of it, but learn different mediums, and make yourself more versed, I guess is the word, in different things you're maybe not even comfortable doing. But the more you learn, the more valuable you'll be, and the more jobs you can pick up. Be aggressive, okay? And now I'm at a point in my career where I don't take on a lot of stuff I don't want to do, but early you have to, okay? You have to get your name out there. You got to have shows. You got to take critique. You got to do all that stuff. And then you get to a point where you're like, I feel like doing that, or I don't feel like doing that. But the truth about it is you can make money. Do it. Don't be one of these people who says, "Oh man, I'm too weak to handle the critique. I'm just not good enough." Because I'll tell you right now, some of the artists that I've been around, probably better artists than me, if I want to be honest. I mean, they're amazing. They don't even do it anymore because they let people push them out. Don't let that happen, because you regret it. In whatever job you go to, you're going to always wish that you were still doing what you love to do. So make sure that you stick with it and stay mentally strong. Great question.
3, 2, 1.
All right, that was kind of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed it with my kids involved. Great questions again. I'll do it every Monday, hopefully on time next week and not on Tuesday. But thanks for the great questions, guys. And anybody who asked those, this whole video wasn't to mock anybody. It was just try to make it more entertaining to you guys to watch it. If you enjoyed it, let me know too. But thank you for the great questions, and I hope this was valuable to you. Please subscribe, and like. That would keep me going with this. And thanks for your time, guys. I will put out a video later in the week. Hope you all have a marvelous week. Be cool and be kind.